Okay, for today's video we're doing a continuation of our DIY series where we are camouflage coating our build here. Now this is a gun this is an airsoft rifle I'm yet to review. It's a Specna arms. This is just an AEG, and for this kind of beautiful piece of kit here, this is what I intend to do an upgrade series about turning this from an AEG into a HPA powered rifle. So to get ready to do a 3-tone job on this, so this is going to be the same as my previous video, which showed you guys how to make this with your airsoft mags. This is going to look like that, okay? Well, sorry, that's going to look like this. Alright, so you need 3 colours, okay? You're going to need, 2 colours. You're going to need olive drab with Krylon camouflage, and you're going to need their lighter, I can't remember what this one's called, forest something or other. Okay, that's going to be a lighter one, okay? Then what you do is, for your first spray, you're going to do the lighter colour. So you're going to mask off all the areas you don't want covering. Make sure you get underneath the trigger and underneath your grip where your motor is. This is because it's still an AEG. If you get paint into any of those areas, it's going to mess your gearbox up or your motor up. Okay, cover some of these areas here, gear selector, any stickers, anything you find major you want to cover up. I've left a pre-coloured mag. This is already sprayed camouflage, 24 hours left to dry. Do not tape something up like this unless it is fully dried, because otherwise you'll pull all the paint off. So it's fully taped up mag down here, and this up here. This enables me to pick up and handle the rifle to make sure I get all the edges after I've done the first coat. Okay, also as well, rubber areas, so I've removed the rubber buttstock there, and I've also covered some rubber textured areas up here, just because it's not going to paint very well. Rest of it left undone. So what you're going to get is some areas that we've covered up from the first spray, which are going to be tan after we're done. Some areas are going to be the original kind of gunmetal black there, and then we're laying 2 colours over the top of all of that. So we'll have a cut, and back in a second after doing that first coat. Okay, still got my painter's mask on. Safety equipment is always key. So first layer of paint's on. This has been drying now for about 45 minutes, so it's nice and dry to touch. We've put down some more masking tape, ready to do our second colour, which is going to be olive drab. Then we'll come back and we'll do the reveal. So a little tip, mask the butt, take the rubber pad off, mask your suppressor. You can pick your whole gun up by this. It's only attached to the outer barrel. Outer barrel is attached to the receiver. You're not going to bend, break or do anything by picking it up by the muzzle. Okay, or the suppressor. And mask your mag as well, because that will hold everything in and also stop any paint from getting into your hop unit. Just in case you've not done a great job at sealing all of that up as you're going, you've just got that added layer of protection there to the hop unit. You have not got to worry at all about paint getting in where it's not supposed to. You just want to coat every part of the gun. Now I actually do 2 layers of the light green, so it's 2 individual coats. Which means 1 coat, go back, do a second coat about 15 minutes after the first one. It's dry to the touch, but it's not bone dry. If you do it later than maybe an hour after your first coat, you're going to need to do it 48 hours instead. If you leave it over an hour, what happens is it starts to do funny things with the paint. It may not look as nice. So you either need to do it straight away, or leave it 2 days, then go back to it. Not the best way of doing it. So you're just getting every inch. Now what I tend to do is do 1 coat where everything is going down, and then hold the gun upside down. Do the second coat when everything is going up. It just aids in consistency. Okay, so at this point, picking the gun up by the magazine instead, and inspecting everything for all those gaps that you've missed. Underneath is always a major one, because people always forget to spray the underneath of their guns. Any rail attachment is going to be the main thing. Can do your optics at the same time. A lot more taping, a lot more risk there with doing your optics at the same time. You can do the optics separately. Just means that their camouflage may not blend in perfectly with all the other stuff you're doing. Wear rubber gloves. If you accidentally, I'll just nudge this, which made me panic a little bit. Rubber gloves, if you touch the paint while it's drying, it will stay flat, you won't get a mark. If it hits your skin, it's going to look like your skin. Rubber gloves are smooth. So it keeps your paint job a little bit safer. because we all make mistakes while we're spraying. Also means you can spray paint your own hand and get those perfect colours without having any mistakes. Awesome, we're nearly done. Okay then, a final part. I'm now back at home, just showing off our end result of spray painting for the first time. There's a couple of little mistakes that I can correct on here, but I wanted to show you it with the mistakes rather than without. This is just so you guys can learn from the same experience I've had. So just getting a bit closer up here, you can see a little bit of paint bleeding through where I masked. I just didn't put on the masking tape quite well enough. So just a bit of paint bleeding through, but it's nothing I can't use. Kind of like a little bit of abrasive kind of, I don't know, to either use wet or dry, maybe some kind of very, very high grit sandpaper just to take a little bit of that overspray off or make it blended in. That's what I'm going to try at least. And then yeah, a little bit of the same there on the stock as well. But all in all, if I bring it a bit further away, it looks absolutely phenomenal. Awesome. I hope those tips and tricks I've given you from this video have been helpful, and hopefully we'll see you again in the next one.